Hey, this is George from California. I'm gonna share a little bit about an experience I had with bee venom therapy in the before 1993, right around there, before beta interferon was released. There was no medicines, no disease-modifying drugs for multiple sclerosis. You had MS. It was like everybody thought you're either gonna die or gonna end up crippled. And some of us were running around, just kind of desperate, mad, trying to figure out what to do. But anyhow, in the 90s or so, there was a lady, her name was Pat Wagner, and her testimony was that she was laid up in bed with MS, and she was stiff, she was cold. She actually wrote that she was like a cold, clammy corpse waiting to die. But apparently, a beekeeper heard about her, and he went over there and he offered bee venom therapy. He thought it might help her. After a few treatments, a few sessions, her testimony was that the bee venom helped her and that she felt better and she was able to regain to normalcy. Well, anyhow, I heard her testimony. I called her, I talked to her. She told me, yeah, it helped me. Well, I was game. I was going to try. Okay, but before I go on, we know bee stings, they can cause an acute allergic reaction. Cramp up your close up your airway, and that's it. You're done. Can't breathe. So it's dangerous. Bee stings are dangerous. And even I read an article once. After 1 or 2 years, you can have acute delayed allergic reaction. You could still die. But I'll share my story with you. So I went ahead and tried bee venom therapy. I met a local beekeeper, and his dad was about 90 actually. So it was 1990, so he'd been around for a while, and he had done bee venom therapy for people with rheumatoid, with arthritis. So what you would do is you would get a honeybee, and then you would bring it close to the area you're going to sting, and then you would put it right there, and it would drop the stinger right there, and then you would just watch the sac pulse like that. It would be a sting and a burn, and then you'd feel the heat wave kind of go like that. But then it would hurt a little bit, but after a while you'd feel like a relaxation. And I always thought it stimulated adrenaline release, and I would have more energy. Well, I did anywhere 5, 10, 20, 30 bee stings 2 or 3 times a week for like 5 years. It helped me. It helped me. And they said it comes from China, and the Romans practice it too, but the Chinese apparently they use acupuncture, so they kind of follow the acupuncture guidelines. And so they had these meridians, and it hurt. You got stung on your toes, you got stung on the bottom of your feet, wherever you had a spasm, I'd sting. Sometimes it would help, and that would be worth it. So anyway, that's my story. This is bee venom therapy. Here's a few pictures, and I'll explain it to you, how it went, and bee venom therapy. All right. But now, after 36 years, last 3 years on Ocrevus, I'm doing good. Take care. Namaste. So here's a picture of the bee venom therapy. This is after the bee venom therapy process. That sounds. But anyway, they said you have to sting yourself on the meridians. On this one right here, this picture, it's basically the stings are on the spinal cord, spinal column. And you can just see where there's scars. And then right here, in this stinging episode, it was because the theory was that if you stung the kidneys, then that's really has a really good effect and good results. What I would experience was a sting and a burn, and it would get really hot, and it would hurt really bad, but then my body would relax, and I would feel better. I guess the adrenaline would start kicking in, and I would have more energy. It lasts for quite a while. Right here, the bee stings are spread all over my back, and you can't see there, but it's spread way down there too. Over there on probably going down the sciatic nerves. It was a long time ago. There was no disease-modifying drugs then, and we were desperate. We didn't want to be crippled by multiple sclerosis. At least I didn't. My mom once told me, hey, God has a purpose for you. I said, what? For me to die in a convalescent hospital all crippled up? I said, no way, man. Yeah, I've always been rambunctious. So this is it. This is bee venom therapy in the 90s. Got to be careful with this because you can have an allergic reaction and you can die. You can have a delayed allergic reaction after months or even a year. Someone can still have a real bad allergic reaction and die. But for a long time, we practiced bee venom therapy. I did 10, 20, 30 bee stings every other day for years. But now I'm on Ocrevus, feeling good, doing good, just sharing. Have a great day. Almost there.